Let's talk about skilled nursing facility documentation, or SNF docs for short. It's a topic that can make even the most seasoned healthcare professionals kind of tense up. But what if I told you that getting this one thing right could be the single most powerful way to improve resident care, nail your compliance, and really boost your facility's financial health? Well, in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on SNF documentation. We'll go from the absolute basics all the way to the high-tech future. So let's dive in.
And you've got to understand, the stakes are incredibly high. This quote, it really says it all. We are not just talking about some annoying paperwork here. We're talking about real-world consequences, claim denials that hit your revenue, compliance risks that can get you in hot water, and most importantly, delays in the care that your residents desperately need. This is serious stuff.
All right, so here's the game plan for today. We're going to start with the fundamentals. What even is SNF documentation? Then we'll break down the 5 main types you'll see. After that, we'll connect the dots between that paperwork and how you get paid. We'll look at the common struggles, peek into the future with automation, and then wrap it all up with some best practices you can actually use.
Okay, let's start at square one. What are we really talking about when we say SNF documentation? Think of it as the bedrock, the absolute foundation for everything that happens in your facility. So at its heart, it's the complete story of every single resident. It's not just one document, it's this whole collection. Clinical notes, admin forms, billing records, everything that paints a full picture of a resident's stay and the skilled care they're getting. So why all the fuss? Why does being accurate matter so much? Well, think of it like a chain reaction. When your documentation is on point, it ensures great continuity of care. That, in turn, keeps you compliant with all the regulations, which is how you secure proper reimbursement. And on top of all that, it gives you a solid legal shield if you ever face an audit. See? It's all connected. Okay, so if documentation is like building a house, what are the main pillars holding the whole thing up? Let's get into the 5 core types of documents you need to build a complete resident record. So here they are, the 5 essential pillars. You've got your clinical notes. That's everything from nurses and doctors. You've got your therapy notes, from physical therapy, occupational therapy, you name it. Then there's the super important MDS, and of course, the billing and financial records that actually get you paid. And finally, all the compliance stuff that proves you're playing by the rules. Each one is different, but they all have to work together.
All right, now we get to the part everyone wants to know about. How does all this paperwork actually turn into money for your facility? This is where we make the connection between the documents you create and the payments you receive.
So seriously, how does a nurse's note from Tuesday at 2 p.m. eventually become revenue? It all boils down to 2 key acronyms you have to know: MDS and PDPM.
First up, the MDS, or Minimum Data Set. And listen, this isn't just another form to fill out. It is the absolute backbone of the whole reimbursement system. The information you put into the MDS determines how residents are classified, which directly impacts your payment rates. It even affects your facility's public star ratings.
And the MDS is what powers the current payment model, PDPM. Under this patient-driven payment model, what you get paid is based on a resident's specific needs and conditions. And what that means is your documentation has to clearly and consistently back up everything: the primary diagnosis, their functional status, any other health issues, all of it. And here's the bottom line, the thing you have to remember. If your clinical notes say one thing, but the MDS says something else, you've got a major problem. That kind of inconsistency is a huge red flag for auditors, and it's basically a direct route to getting your claims denied. Every single piece of the puzzle has to tell the same accurate story. Okay, so if this is all so important, why is it so hard? Why do so many good facilities struggle with this? Let's take a look at the common roadblocks that trip people up day in and day out. Okay, be honest. Does this give you a little bit of a headache just looking at it? I think we've all been there, just drowning in paper, chasing down signatures, trying to figure out why a doctor's order went missing. These aren't just little annoyances. They're cracks in the foundation that can cause the whole thing to crumble. And here are the results of those cracks. Plain and simple. Those little roadblocks, they lead straight to denied claims, which hurts your revenue. They lead to deficiencies when the surveyors show up, which hurts your reputation. And, maybe worst of all, they lead to massive staff burnout because your team is constantly putting out fires instead of preventing. So how do we get off this hamster wheel of manual mistakes and frustration? Well, the answer is automation. Let's look at how technology is completely changing the game for SNF documentation.
I mean, the difference here is just night and day. On one side, you have the old way. Chaos, inefficiency, missing pieces. On the other side, you have a smart, automated system that gives you real-time tracking and control. It's really about shifting from always reacting to problems to proactively preventing them. And the benefits here are huge. Automation just wipes out so many of those little manual errors that cause big problems. It makes you audit-ready, like all the time, because everything is tracked and easy to find. That, in turn, speeds up billing because there's no more waiting around. And the big one? It frees up your amazing staff to do what they're actually there to do: take great care of residents.
Okay, so knowing the future is automated is one thing, but what can you do about it right now? Let's take everything we've talked about and build a simple blueprint for success using some key best practices.
Here are 5 things you can start working on. 1. Standardize your workflows. Make sure everyone is doing things the same way every time. 2. Make it a huge priority to check that your daily clinical notes match up with what's in the MDS. 3. Get a rock-solid process for getting doctors' signatures fast. 4. Start using automation, especially for things like fax intake. And 5. You have to keep training your staff on PDPM. It's not a one-and-done thing.
So whose job is all this? Well, here's the answer. It's everybody's. You can see it right here. From administrators and nurses to therapists and the billing team, documentation touches every single role. This has to be a culture change, not just a new rule in a binder.
Let's wrap up with this really powerful idea. We have to change the way we think about documentation. It is not just paperwork. It is not an administrative chore. It is the very foundation that supports quality care, that ensures you're compliant, and that keeps your facility financially healthy.
So I want to leave you with a question to think about. When you look at how your facility operates, if you're still buried in paper and struggling with manual tasks, what's the very first step? Just one thing you could take to start moving toward automation. Because making that first move, well, that could change everything.